YouTube, what's going on YouTube? I'm back with another interesting video. I might put this in my deep thought section of my YouTube, but every man must have a purpose. And not only just a purpose, but every man must have a plan to go along with his purpose. You know, it's enough to say you have purpose, I'm on my purpose, I'm on my grind, but what does that actually mean? You know, what does that really mean to you? It's okay to have a purpose. And you know, I see a lot on social media, you know, everybody's posting these quotes. Yeah, I'm gonna be wealthy, focus on me, get my money, get the bag, you know, my health. But what's your actual plan to achieving that? I'm on my road to 1 million. This year, I'm going to get 1 million. This year, I'm going to get wealth. But what's your actual plan to getting that wealth? Every man must have a plan, you know, along with his purpose. And your plan can be as little as you want it to be or as big as you want it to be, you know. The key is step-by-step progress. What is your plan? You know, do you know where you're going to be in 3 months' time? Do you know where you're going to be in 6 months' time? Do you know where you're going to be a year from now? What is your plan? Having a plan allows you to have guidance. Having a plan allows you to have a vision, allows you to stay focused, allows you to stay consistent. And that's the key, consistency. With passion comes consistency. What's your plan? You know, 10 years from now, I want to be a millionaire, right? But what's my actual plans? What investments have I put in place today that's going to help me reach 10 million in 10 years' time or 70 million in 10 years' time? Whatever the figure may be, what plans are you taking? What steps are you taking? You know, the trap that a lot of people fall into is they say they have this purpose, they have these goals, but they don't have a plan. They are living day by day as the wind takes them, right? The wind blows one way, that's the way they're headed. The wind blows another way, that's the way they're headed. But the issue is, you know, without a plan, without a solid plan, before you know it, the year has come to an end and you haven't done much. Every man must plan his journey, right? Every man, once you find your purpose, what is the plan to getting you to that journey? You could say, you know what? Every month I'm going to save £500 from my income. You know, in a year, that's roughly £6,000 in a year. Okay, now how do I turn this £6,000 into more income, into more wealth? What investments look good in the market right now? If you're trading crypto, what investments in the crypto? I could easily give you some investments that will yield a large amount of revenue, profits 10 years from now. But I want to see who's going to hit me up to have that conversation with me. You know, I don't just share that with anyone. I want to see who's passionate and who has the hunger to get there, to push themselves, you know, to reach that million 10 years from now. It's enough to watch my videos, but what plan are you taking to develop yourself? Even the same with fitness, with gym. Where do you want to be a year from now, 2 years from now, 3 years from now? You know, people see you and they see your body's great and they think, you know, it happened in a short period. That's another point I have to make. You know, having a plan, you know, before you reach your success, it takes many years. Even with the body game, developing your body, it took me a good 3 years to get my body the way it is. First year of gym, I wasn't consistent. I was in and out, but I saw some improvements. And then the second, third year is where my body started to really change. And that's the thing about having a plan. You have to have a short-term plan. This is where I want to be 4 months from now. And then you have to have a 10-year plan. 10 years from now, this is how I plan to live. This is where I want my life to be. All right. So what am I actually doing? Right? Do I have a mentor? Do I have someone who can guide me and show me the way forward? Or am I just going by the wind? Am I just posting quotes, hoping wealth will find me? No, and that's the issue. A lot of people don't have a plan, and then they upset at the world when life doesn't turn out where they want it to be. Where their life isn't where they want it to be right now, then they're angry at the world. Every man must have a plan, no matter how small the plan is. As long as you see progress with your plan, that's the most important thing. That's the most important thing, progress, right? Put your plan into something that can build you generational wealth, that can build you something in the long term, right? Don't just be posting quotes on social media, because at the end of the day, no one gives a fuck, right? We can all post quotes, but who's actually making the moves? Who's actually trying to better themselves? It's one thing to actually chase wealth and chase generational wealth, and it's one thing to talk about it all the time. Right? Every man must have a plan, and every man must have a way of executing that plan, making that plan happen. And it's enough. Stop hitting me up and say, I want to start this, I want to start that. Okay. How are you going to start it? Have you started it? Don't just think about it, just do it. You know, most business don't become successful. The hardest part of business is your first year of your business. That's the toughest period of owning a business. Right. It might take many years. You might have to put a lot of your income into your business for the first 4 or 5 years before you start seeing a return on that investment. But the key is everything takes time, but you must have a plan. I urge every man to have a plan and follow his plan. I don't want to make this video any longer than it needs to be. Like, comment, subscribe, hit me up in the DM, fellas. I'm out.